Hello, thank you so much for listening. And I'm Samantha Yancey.
And I'm Alan Yancey.
And this is Ask a Massage Couple. Today we're going to be talking about aromatherapy blends and how to blend them.
Fun,
yeah, totally. This has been a big request, actually.
Yeah, it has.
So sit back, listen in, and let's get our session on.
Let's get it on.
You know what I was reading on Facebook the other day?
Well, I'm not on Facebook, so go ahead.
I know you're not. You took yourself off. But
I know, man.
I was reading on Facebook the other day, and, you know, it was like one of those, like, little things that pop up, so it's a good possibility that it wasn't true. But I thought it was funny, and I wanted to share it with you.
Okay, go ahead.
So, in the thing, and, like, I don't know if you could call this an article, or I don't know what. But anyway, the person writing it said that a homeless man died, and I can't remember where because that's how invested I was into this thing. But when he died, they did DNA testing, and it was the same as Elvis, like 100% match.
Yeah, I'm sure that you should have really dug in a little bit deeper on that one, even though, you know, I don't agree with conspiracy theories, but, you know, I'm intrigued.
Are you kidding?
I'm Mr. Conspiracy Theory.
Yeah, you are. Anyway, I thought that was up your alley and that you would like it.
Yeah, you know, those are the type of things that I miss about Facebook. You just forward it to me, you know.
Yeah.
I just don't miss all the hatred.
Yeah.
And all the articles and advertisements and things that Mark Zuckerberg sold to the Russians.
Well, and your Facebook, like in particular, was very sided towards what your high school friends believe.
Yeah, I have been different, and because I grew up in the South, and people think that I think like they do.
Yeah.
And I don't.
Oh, politics.
Yeah, let's forget about that. You know what?
Yeah.
You've noticed I've done a lot better over the last week.
You have stayed away from the politics. You've stayed away from CNN.
Right.
Although I do miss looking at Anderson Cooper.
Well, we can always do that with the sound off.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know I'm a big fan of Don Lemon.
Yeah.
Not just because of what he looks like, but also that means bedtime, and that makes me happy.
Sam, if you're not in bed by 10 o'clock, I mean, it's kind of like lights out, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this week, I've been on spring break.
Oh, this week has been party central here.
I mean, I was up last night until almost 3:30. No, almost 4 o'clock.
But you didn't mean to be.
No, that's because I couldn't sleep.
That's right.
But even on the nights when we were just awake, that one night, we stayed up until just 1, naturally.
Well, I do that every night, Sam.
No, I know. It's just interesting to me how I can very easily get back into that second shift mode.
Because I think you and I both know that we're second shifters.
We are.
I'm definitely.
Yeah. I basically just had to force myself to be a morning person.
Yeah, I'm not.
To be able to go to the school on time.
I am definitely somebody built for the spa and massage industry because I do not, 7 o'clock is kind of like most people's 2 o'clock.
Did I tell you that they're thinking about bumping up the hour for when we start school? They're thinking about starting it at 8 and getting out at 3 so that we can beat Atlanta traffic. Number one, let's just be clear. You can't beat Atlanta traffic.
No.
At 3 o'clock, there's Atlanta traffic.
Right, and you're talking about maybe winning about 5 or 10 minutes here or there, but let me sleep for crying out loud.
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, especially for the people that work the part-time shift and need to stay up until 10 o'clock on Tuesday night.
You're supposed to be there.
Coming back in at 8 o'clock in the morning the next day, that's going to suck. And you know who's going to be doing it?
You.
It's probably going to be me.
Yeah, that's what we call peanut butter and jelly and Xanax nights.
That's exactly what that is.
You walk in the door, I hand you a peanut butter and jelly sandwich laced with Xanax.
Oh my God, all those nights
Yeah.
that we had to do that.
Oh yeah.
Because, after teaching
No.
until 10, you're basically wired because you had to be the one with the
Yeah.
energy in the
Nobody's going
classroom.
to come in and go straight to bed.
Oh, God. But I had to because I
Yeah.
had to turn around and go to work the next
Hence
morning.
the Xanax.
Hence the Xanax. Oh, yeah. I mean, it got to the point where even lavender wasn't doing it.
No, Xanax and lavender.
Yeah.
Doesn't.
Even my liquid Xanax blend that I make wasn't doing it.
Yeah, I know.
But I think I just got used to the blend.
Yeah.
It's like anything natural, your body has a tendency to get used to it.
Right.
So sometimes you have to change up the, not just the blend itself, but even just the essential oils, like where you got the essential oil.
That's why I try to keep everything that I use synthetic. And it has multiple compounds and a lot of chemistry involved. That way it doesn't never figure out how to duplicate itself,
Oh,
and
my
we
goodness.
get used to it.
Not good. Well, that's one great thing about aromatherapy is that some of these microorganisms, like viruses and bacteria, that kind of thing,
Yuck.
they have grown immune to our antibiotics and antiseptics.
Yeah, they're used to it.
Yeah. So aromatherapy is kind of cool because every single time a plant grows, it's going to grow completely different to the year before. So when you're pulling out the essential oils from it, there's no possible way that the microorganisms can start to build up a tolerance to it, because you're also like not just switching up like batches, like which year, but also different types of aromatherapy. So
Yeah, and Sam, if you're not mass producing it,
yeah,
you mixing it itself is a different batch. every
absolutely,
time.
absolutely.
I mean, because you're never going to completely duplicate it.
Oh
again.
yeah, no. I can write down the damn formula and it will be like 1 or 2 drops off
Yeah,
every
it'll
single
be
time.
different
Yeah.
every time.
So this gets right into our topic today, which is aromatherapy. And specifically, I've had a lot of questions. Well, first, I've had a lot of questions about why do I dislike multi-level marketing aromatherapy so much.
Yeah.
But then the second question that I always get is, how do you blend?
Hey, Sam, before we get in there real quick, tell some people about your background in aromatherapy.
Yeah, so pretty much since I went through massage school, like I was lucky enough to have a foundational aromatherapy classes in my massage school, and I had it again in aesthetics.
Right.
And then when I started teaching, I had to teach aromatherapy.
Right.
So a lot of it was self-taught, so that I could teach,
Yes.
reading tons of books and that kind of thing. And for the last, 15 years,
Yeah.
I've basically been playing around with aromatherapy in that way. But this last year, I signed up for a clinical aromatherapy class.
Yeah.
So, not just an aromatherapy certification, but clinical aromatherapy certification. So,
The chemical breakdowns and
Exactly.
how things interact with
getting
each other
into
and why.
the chemistry and how it reacts with our physiology.
Right.
Exactly. And I have to say, that has just opened up a whole new world for me.
And I think that's one of the reasons why you're against the multi-level companies of doing that, because
I know the difference.
the difference.
Yeah. I always say there's 3 types of aromatherapists out there. You've got the dabbler, which I was totally a dabbler up until last year. I know the base knowledge, like lavender is relaxing, chamomile is anti-inflammatory, that kind of thing.
Right.
And I know how to blend, but I did not understand the chemistry.
Right. You're
in
just
any
doing
way.
it by intuition and
Intuition
feel.
and baseline knowledge.
Right.
Yeah. Of course, as a clinical aromatherapist now, I'm not just looking at the physiology, but I'm looking at each individual chemical constituent that is in an essential oil and then understanding how that mixes with the other chemical components in another oil and having that synergistic effect to the body.
Right. There's more to the story.
There's a whole lot more to the story, yeah.
Right.
And then the multi-level marketing aromatherapist. Here's the thing. I have a really good friend that is in a multi-level marketing aromatherapy company. Like, she sells it, she does classes in it, that kind of thing. And do I hate her? No. But let me just say it is, do I want to say it's the easy route? Kinda, because you are only going through one company for all of your oils, because those two companies that, are the MLMs.
And let's be honest, it's profit.
Oh,
You're doing it
yes.
for money.
It's absolutely profit.
Oh.
And a real aromatherapist would not only deal with one brand, because there's no possible way that one brand can have all the essential oils that one might need.
Right.
And I think that is really the difference. Plus
it's kind of like cooking with one spice.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. The MLMs also have their own education that isn't very deep, and it's not very good.
No, because it's built for people to sell.
Yeah, that's it.
It's built for that. It's not built for people to use at home and make your life better. It's there for you to buy the product.
Yeah, they sell it like it's life-altering, but in actuality, it's really just the profit.
Yeah, it's profit.
And
there's nothing wrong with that.
There again, I get that.
Yeah.
I totally understand. And also I understand how somebody would kind of fall into it accidentally and just like love it.
Yeah.
And, and then before you know it, they're in too deep. You know?
It's kind of like people who only do Mary Kay products.
Yes, exactly.
They're going for that pink Cadillac.
You know what? That is a really good way of looking at it.
But
yeah,
you know that there's better products out there.
Absolutely, yes.
But yet you're still pushing your product.
Mm-hmm. That is it. That is multi-level marketing to a T, and a really good comparison to the aromatherapy.
Hey, could I say analogy?
Analogy, yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you.
Good job, yeah. Okay, so of those three, the dabbler, the clinical, and then the MLM. Yeah. Dabblers, here's the thing. You just need to educate yourself.
You know what? I think I'm even below a dabbler, if you want to know. I'm kind of like...
Well, I would still consider you a dabbler because you do use aromatherapy at your spa, but you don't 100% know what you're doing with it.
Well...
And that is a dabbler.
Not 100%. Let's say 4 to 5% know what I'm doing. You know, I ask you what do you like, and I put it on a napkin.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, you're basically looking at the bottle saying,
right.
I think this will open up your sinuses.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This smells good.
This smells good. What do you think? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, how does this smell to you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little.
That's my knowledge.
I would still consider that a dabbler.
All right, I'm dabbling.
You're dabbling.
I'm a dabbler.
Yeah. And I mean, hey, there's nothing wrong with dabbling. I was dabbling up until a year ago.
I know.
But
you know what? I didn't consider you a dabbler.
Well, and to be honest, I didn't consider me a dabbler either.
But now that you know more, you are. You said, well, I was just dabbling back then.
I'm serious.
I know. That's how it is.
Yeah, that really is how it is. I have, surpassed what I thought I could know about aromatherapy.
Yeah, that's called knowledge when you quit saying, oh, I thought I knew, but I didn't really know much.
Man, I was using that for that, and those chemical constituents don't do any of that. What in the world was I thinking?
Sense.
So yeah. Now, here's the thing. There again, I don't necessarily want to completely knock the MLMs, but I have had several questions about this.
Okay.
Why do I have issues with the multi-level marketing companies for aromatherapy? So let's just get it out there. We're talking about Young Living and doTerra.
Boo.
Both of those together, which Young Living was first. Gary Young started his own company in the 90s. And then way later on, this is like way, way, way later, doTerra is owned by someone who used to work for Young Living, and they actually stole all the proprietary information and got away with it, like in the court of law. So when you are looking at doTerra and Young Living, if you look at their blends, it's the exact same oils. If you are looking at the types of oil that they carry, it's the exact same oils from the exact same companies that they get them from. Now, my issue with both of these, number one, they have a tendency to lie
What?
about some things. Like, for example, doTerra has one of their, and this is a tagline of theirs, that no other essential oil can call themselves 100% pure therapeutic grade. But here's the thing, there, number one, there is no such thing as 100% pure therapeutic grade.
So they made up the...
They made it up. Yeah, but also, of course no one else can call themselves 100% pure therapeutic grade, because that is a trademark that they bought.
Well, yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, so they actually paid for that phrase.
Exactly. They paid for that phrase.
Like if they bought the phrase chicken shit, that would be their phrase that they bought.
No other product can call themselves chicken shit.
That's right.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, of course, when people read that, they're like, oh. And you know what? I'm looking on the website and all over the internet, and I'm not seeing another company that can say they're 100% pure therapeutic grade.
You know, in your mind, they have a team of scientists behind it with lab coats making kind of, judgments.
And it's not like that at all.
No, they've got somebody packing something in a UPS box.
Basically. So that is doTerra, my issue with doTerra. My issue with Young Living is that they claim that they grow all of their own plants to make the essential oils, and that's absolutely ridiculous. There is no possible way that they can grow their own rosewood. That's why they just got caught stealing it out of Peru. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's an underbelly of this
There
world
really is.
that I didn't have no idea about.
Oh my God!
But you know what? I think part of it is that it is getting popular, and so there's money to be made.
Yes.
And so when there's money to be made, we need to dumb it down as much as we can so we can sell it to the masses.
That's it, exactly. Yeah, and that's, a big reason of why also I cannot stand these two companies, because their education is severely lacking. Because here's the thing, if someone is selling doTerra or Young Living, they are more than likely relying on the education that another sales rep gave them.
Yeah.
Which is coming from the company itself.
Yeah, which comes from the video you watch from the company, which
Exactly.
came from the pamphlets that came from your company, which,
Exactly. So, and I'm not saying that like 100% of their education is wrong. What I am saying is that there's parts of the education that I have issues with.
It's not well-rounded. You're getting one point of view.
Well, you're getting just their point of view.
That's right. That's the point of view.
Yeah, exactly. But here's the thing. Anytime that a company is selling something, you want to make sure that, sure, listen to their education, but then do your own research and make sure that their education lines up with reality. You know? My biggest concern with both of those companies is that they say that it is okay to, number one, cook with essential oils, and number two, drink the essential oils like in your water.
You mean you could actually drop the essential oils into your water and...
Yeah.
They
promote ingesting essential oils, yes.
That's crazy.
And this is, number one, this is an issue because real aromatherapists think that is so hazardous, it's ridiculous. And there's only one place that does this normally, and that's France, but they do that under supervision of a doctor and in high doses. But no one in their right mind in the aromatherapy community, the real aromatherapy community, would say that it's okay to ingest essential oils in any form, whether you're cooking it or whether it's just going in your water or whether you're dropping it in your under your tongue.
Yeah, it doesn't even make a lot of sense to me, just practically.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you think about it,
It sounds like it's
They
not going to be healthy for your esophagus.
no, I mean, and that's what I was gonna say. Like, if you think about it, so many people warn people from using aromatherapy directly on the skin. And the skin has a whole lot of keratin. It has something called the acid mantle barrier that also helps to kind of protect the skin. And the esophagus does not have that, nor does the mouth.
No, because they think that you're smart enough not to put that in your mouth.
Well,
That's why God didn't put it, put layers.
here's the thing. doTerra especially had their essential oils like graded like FDA grade. But what they had to do was like go through the distillation process longer to basically kill
Water
off.
it down.
Yeah, basically water it down.
Right.
That's a really good way of looking at it. But basically kind of burn off some of the harsher constituents.
So in
But
other words, if
they're
you
burning off
dilute
some
it,
of the good stuff as well, which would have been awesome if you weren't drinking it.
yeah, they're diluting it enough so it won't be as harmful.
Right, exactly. So, and like some of the oils that you would cook with or put in your water, I mean, like if you have like an essential oil that is high in aldehydes or like even phenols, like most of the essential oils that you would want to put into your water or cook with have these two things in them, like oregano, clove, lemongrass, thyme, peppermint, basil, those kind of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not trying to put jasmine into your stuff. You're not cooking with jasmine. You might be cooking with rose, but more than likely you're putting peppermint into something. You're putting lemon into something. You're putting lemongrass into something.
True.
And those are harmful to not just the skin, the unkeratinized skin
Right.
of your esophagus, but also very harmful for your liver and kidneys.
Bad for your innards.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I guess at the end of the day, that is my rant about the multi-level marketing
All right.
aromatherapy.
So
Is that they lie,
Yeah.
they have really bad education,
Okay.
but I would say probably the biggest thing is that they do not share their gas chromatography and mass spectrometry results.
But that's awful.
Well, this is actually horrible in terms of, okay, so let's say that you're buying a product,
Okay.
yeah? And you want to make sure that this product is good for you. And let's say that you know a little bit about things so that, like, you know what you're allergic to or that kind of thing.
Okay.
So you flip the product over and you're looking at the ingredients, right?
Yeah, kind of like what we do on a diet. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, if you don't have the gas chromatography and the mass spectrometry reports, you have no idea what the ingredients are. And you also don't know if this particular essential oil is high in linalool or high in one of those aldehydes. So, is it harmful for me or is it okay to use?
I don't know.
You don't know. Yeah. And unfortunately, those two companies, like, notoriously do not give out their reports because, well, they're putting additives in there. Peppermint specifically, in third-party testing,
Yeah.
like with multiple companies doing third-party testing, have shown that they have additives in just about every single one of their oil, but peppermint is the biggest one. They put something called vanillin acetate.
Well, I'm sure it costs less than the actual peppermint. Whatever they're adding,
Well-
it's not going to make it beneficial.
Well, and here's the other problem with the MLMs is that they actually knock up the price. Like doTerra is notoriously expensive. I mean, ridiculously expensive. Young Living is reasonable-ish, but not for having additives in your stuff so that you're not even having pure essential oils. That's just
Okay.
rude.
And so, in other words, you really don't know what you're buying.
That's it exactly. That is it exactly. Yeah.
Bummer.
Yeah, totally. So, yeah, that's my issues with MLMs, and I will get off of that now.
Yay.
Now, here's the thing.
Well,
One more thing I need to say about
oh,
this.
we're back on it. Okay.
Like I said, I've got friends that sell this stuff. Do I hate them? No. Do I wish that they would do better for themselves? Yeah, but at the same time, it's their choice.
Do you, man?
Do you? You know? It's like I don't know. Just do what you can do.
Yeah.
You know, if you're already so far deep in this company that, you know, you can't financially see your way out of it, that would make sense.
Yeah, sell down your products.
Then, you know, go for it, man.
Right.
Yeah. And I mean, some of these friends have like built a community for themselves in these companies. And that, you know.
That's how it is in most multi-level
Yeah.
marketing anything.
Yeah, they kind of, I don't want to say prey on the lonely people, but kind of.
Sam,
What?
don't prey on old people and lonely people.
No, I'm serious. Okay, so think about what MLMs do. It's a bunch of people that like come to your house and like you kind of have like a little party, but we're also selling stuff. Oh my God, so much fun.
Well, it's good night, Sam. We sell everything like that, from cock rings to, you know, we're always having a party for something at somebody's house to sell.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I think
Tupperware,
multi-level marketers
Mary
like
Kay,
are really honing in on.
dildos.
Oh my God.
What else do you sell by have those parties for?
What I'm saying is like you don't see Amazon creating a community. You know what I mean? You don't see like Walmart creating a community.
Well, you
You
know,
know,
I understand you're trying to equate them to people that are just surrounding with people that always agree with what they're going to have to say.
That's it. Yes, that is it.
Oh, smell this.
I cannot stand, oh my gosh, social media pisses me off so much.
I'm not on it.
I know you're not. When I get on there and somebody's like, oh my God, you should totally put lemon in your water. That will clear up your acne. Like, what? What? Shut up. Shut up and educate yourself, please. Okay, I'm sorry. Will you do me a favor and turn off the heater?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I love your version of turning things off is to unplug them.
Well, whatever's easiest.
Mm-hmm.
I know, because I know things were getting hot in here, because you're getting spittle coming out talking about this doTerra stuff. You know what, Sam? You're very passionate about it.
I am, yes.
You know what? And I'm going to give you the truth. I don't care.
I know you don't.
But I understand multi-market level.
Hold on, I'm sorry. You understand what? Blah, 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 blah.
Major marketing.
Huh?
Retail.
Marketing.
Multi.
Multi-level marketing.
Yes, that's what I understand. I just don't know how to say it. Let's move on. Okay. I feel awkward.
I'm moving on. Okay, so the other question that I get a lot is
yes,
how to blend my essential oils.
All right.
Yeah. So in one of the classes that I've been teaching, in one of the classes that I've been teaching for the last however many years I've been teaching there. How long has it been?
I don't know.
I think I'm going on 11.
Wow.
Hold on. No, 12. Holy crap, 12.
You're getting old.
Man, I am. Okay, so for the last 12 years, I've been teaching aromatherapy in the school, the massage school that I teach at. And one of the classes that we do is blending. And what I do is I make a personal blend for students. So I'm going to walk you through this kind of the same thing, but go a little bit deeper into stuff that I really can't with my students.
Okay.
Just because we don't have time and it takes too much. Okay, so first of all, you need a goal for this blend. You can't just willy-nilly start grabbing oils and creating stuff without having an idea of where you're going in mind.
Okay.
So you need an end game, an end goal, or goals. Like you can have multiple goals.
Like better sleep, alertness,
headaches, sinuses, and, muscle pain.
Gotcha.
Whatever it is. Yeah. So when you know what your goals are, then you will want to look up all of the top notes for all those goals, all
Makes
the
sense.
middle notes for all those goals, all of the base notes for all those goals, and all the ones that match, guess what? They're more than likely going in your blend. That makes
Okay.
it nice and easy.
Right.
That is the easy way of doing it. Yeah.
It's kind of
Now,
like you put all your complications that you have out there, and then you make a blend for whatever's ailing you.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
That is exactly what the goal is about. Yeah.
Ah, I'm getting this.
Good job, Alan.
Thank you.
Okay, so why do you need a top, middle, and base note?
I have no idea.
Because it rounds out the blend. Top
Oh,
notes tend to disappear, they dissipate really quickly, and they don't last in your body very long. The middle notes tend to be the balancer, the hormonal, but they tend to be the one that binds everything together.
okay.
And then the base notes are the foundation of a blend is a really good way of saying it. It's what gives the rest of the blend its support system.
Gotcha.
And base notes have a tendency to stick around in your body longer, like actually up to 72 hours for some of them.
Wow.
Yeah. So, top, middle, base note, make sure that you have at least one of all of those. And the middle, you want the middle notes to be the bulk of the blend because it is the blender, the balancer of everything. You want to have less of the base notes because those are going to last longer in the body, and then a little bit more of the top notes. But as far as the most in a blend, it would go middle, top, then base.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then as far as how much of each essential oil, a lot of it is intuition. A lot of it is just knowledge. And when you get to like the level that I am with the chemistry, then you start to look at what specific constituents are in each oil and what constituents you want the most of. So, yeah, sure, maybe all three of your goals have like rose as the base, but two of them have frankincense, and frankincense has this one particular constituent that does, this, and you really need the effects of that. So you would have more frankincense than rose.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Let's see. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Ba-ba-da. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Ba-da. Okay. So with that in mind,
Okay.
n- knowing that you're going to... Do you mind moving your phone? So with that in mind, knowing that you're going to have more of the middle, less of the base, and then somewhere in between with the top, then you just need to make sure that you keep it under a certain amount. So for every ounce of product that you are making, you want to have about 10 drops of essential oil.
Okay.
Yeah. And until you get really good with everything, I highly suggest that you stick to that rule. Yeah. Now here's the thing. Can dabblers or multi-level marketing aromatherapists, can they make a good blend,
Sure.
not knowing the chemical constituents? Absolutely. But knowing the chemistry behind it helps to make I'm going to say, a more powerful blend.
A superior blend.
Well, I don't even want to say superior. Let's just say a more powerful or more potent blend for the exact goal that they have going on.
Right. It's kind of like taking a medicine
Yeah.
that is a little bit more suited to your needs.
It's like taking an antibiotic. You have a broad spectrum antibiotic, and then sometimes you have antibiotics that are specifically geared towards kidneys.
Right.
And if you have a kidney infection, then you want to take that antibiotic. You
Gotcha.
don't want to take the broad spectrum.
Got it.
That's it exactly. Okay, so how do you get started? Well, you get some oils and you practice.
Okay. What is there a particular oil that you prefer?
You mean brand?
Yes.
Well, if you're just getting started and you don't want to spend a whole lot of money,
Yeah.
I suggest that you go through something like Eden's Garden or something like that.
Okay.
Just make sure that wherever you get your oils from, they actually give you the gas chromatography and mass spectrometry reports.
Okay. Now,
That's really what matters there.
because that tells you the breakdown of what's actually in the oil.
It tells you the breakdown of what's in there, but also they can't hide.
Yeah, they can't put extra.
Yeah. So if you see that there's something extra in there that's not a chemical constituent, then that's an issue. Yeah.
Is you or is you not?
So, yeah, Eden's Garden is good. I also suggest Still Point Aromatics. I'm really digging their website right now.
Really?
Yeah, because you can look up which essential oil like has each chemical constituent in there. So like
Wow.
let's say that I am looking for something with a particular phenol. I can type in phenol, type in the particular chemical, and it will like show up like all the essential oils that have it and in what level.
Now, what's the name of this website?
Still Point Aromatics.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really digging them. They also have essential oils for chakras and that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of liking them. But at the same time, they're also kind of expensive because they're getting the good stuff. They also have CO2s and extracts and that kind of thing as well. So I might hold off on them until you get a little bit more practice under your belt.
You dabble a little bit more.
Dabble a tad bit more. Yes, absolutely.
Dabble cheaper.
Yeah, and if you're interested in this chemical stuff, but you can't take a class right now, I'm also a big fan of the website AromaWeb. They also kind of go through the chemical stuff and, tells you which essential oils have what. And, I mean, it's a longer process, but it is a good starting point for people.
Good to hear.
Yeah. So practice, read, do yourself a favor and educate yourself, whether it's these websites that I'm talking about or maybe take a class whenever you can. There's a lot of classes out there just for aromatherapy certification. You don't have to go all the way with the clinical aromatherapy. Like, chemistry might not be your thing, and I get that. Stay a dabbler. That's okay. Stay a dabbler. There's nothing wrong with dabblers.
Good.
Just make sure that you're educating yourself.
An educated dabbler.
That's it exactly. Yeah. So that is how to blend, and I hope that I kind of answered everything for you. Like, make sure that you have a goal before you get started. Make sure that you write down the top, middle, and base notes for that goal, and then, or goals. And if you have multiple goals, then just make sure that your top, middle, and bases line up. And, just kind of play around with the idea that you're going to have less of a base, more of a middle, and somewhere in between of a top, and then keep it under 10 drops per ounce, pretty please. And just make sure that you're getting quality oils that will actually give you those reports.
Sounds good. This topic is something I'm sure we're going to revisit.
Yeah.
You just cannot get into it within the time limit we have.
No. And it definitely seems to be one of the topics that I get emailed about, that I get messaged about. So, I mean, this is something that's going to be an ongoing discussion.
Yeah, it's getting very popular.
It really is, yes. So, yeah, that is blending, and another kind of explanation for why I'm not a huge fan of the multi-level marketing aromatherapy companies.
Okay.
Yeah. So I hope that we helped you a little bit, and
It helped me.
good.
It did.
Good. I'm glad. Guys, I just want to, number one, give a shout out to all of you guys for supporting us and listening to us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I really do hope that that we made your day a little bit better.
Made mine.
Good. And that we're actually giving you some information that you would not have otherwise had. So
I learned something.
yay. So yeah, with that in mind, I have expanded our range as far as where you can listen to our podcast finally.
Get out of here.
I know. So, I mean, of course, you can always go through iTunes. You can always go through YouTube. And, of course, our podcast page, askamassagecouple.libsyn.com.
Yeah.
But we are now on Google Play.
What?
We are on iHeartRadio.
What?
We are on Spotify.
Really?
We are on SoundCloud.
We're just everywhere.
We're everywhere. We are everywhere that you can listen to your podcast now.
All right.
Which makes me so happy. Our Twitter handle is a massage couple. And you know what? I actually reset the password the other day so I can get in there. You like that? Yeah.
Well, and
I don't know what happened to that.
well,
Yeah. And then also, this is huge.
well,
We just got set up on Patreon. So
what's that?
Well, Patreon is a site that allows the supporters of a podcast to
Okay.
support them financially as well.
Oh.
And as you know, this is basically just me and Alan sitting in a room in our house.
Yeah.
And, you know, this is definitely costing us money.
Yeah, we
to
had
do.
to get equipment. We have,
We have an editor now.
yeah, we've got,
You know, this has gotten a little bit bigger than I think what we
yeah, got,
initially thought of. So
Sure.
we are getting to the point where if we want to keep making this thing happen, we need to have some support coming in. So, you
Not
know,
only that, need the support because we are growing.
we are growing in so many ways right now. Like, we are on YouTube, but we're getting to the point where we're actually going to be doing videos.
And our podcasts are going to be on videos,
Mm-hmm.
too.
Exactly. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Now, if you are interested, go to patreon.com, Patreon. And, of course, our podcast is Ask a Massage Couple. You can just type that in and it'll take you to our page. Now, we have a couple of different levels. We've got a $5 level.
What?
Yeah. That will... what else? Oh, yeah, that will give you a shout-out on the
Shout
air.
it all out.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the people who gave us $5 now. Come on.
Good job.
Thank you.
We have a $10 donation available, and then we also have a $20. Now, the $20 is my favorite because you
that?
get a personalized blend from me.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I could text you or email you
Mm-hmm.
and tell you what is bothering me.
Yeah. And I can make you a blend and even give you the actual
Yeah.
recipe so that you can make it yourself if you want.
Now, how much is this?
Well, under normal circumstances, if I was just like, charging it myself,
Yeah.
this would be about $35.
Yeah.
But this is for the people that donate $20.
I'm going to make $20 this week because I got some things that I have issues.
Yeah, we need to get to those issues.
Right.
So yeah, guys, that's it. We just really appreciate your support. You have been
Thank you.
You have been so awesome. We have blown up here recently, and that makes us happy. So, hey, if you like us, then hit that like button.
Yeah, and if you don't, that's okay.
Yeah, that's cool too.
Yeah.
Subscribe. And you know what? If you have any friends out there that are massage lovers, massage therapists,
Or people that have skin.
or just, people,
Yeah.
people are good too, then, maybe share it with them. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes we're funny.
Yeah, and sometimes we're more informational than
Yeah.
funny. Sometimes it's according with how the day goes.
I think so, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, how we flow.
And to mention that, the people who are going to be on YouTube
Mm-hmm.
are going to get an unfiltered
The unedited
version of what we do,
version of our podcast,
which
yeah.
is something completely different.
I know that's right.
Yeah, the podcast is only about just a drop of what's going on.
Yeah, what's actually going on behind the
Right.
scenes. So, yeah. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
listening, and love and compassion.
Love and compassion, y'all.